In this video, I'm going to reveal 3 ways to slash your mortgage, including a fantastic trick to knock years off your loan without even refinancing. At the end, we'll put it all together and see what it takes to pay off a 30-year mortgage in only 10 years. You can be debt-free sooner than you'd expect. Look, it's no secret. Rates have skyrocketed in recent months, and this directly translates into higher payments. 2 neighbors could have both taken out a $500,000 mortgage, but one is forking out 60% more because of the interest. Everything is expensive these days, so any recipe that can save you money is worth looking into. The first hack can shorten over 2 years off a 30-year mortgage. The best part is it doesn't require any ongoing effort. You don't even have to think about it once you set it up. Here's how it works. Instead of making your payment once a month, you're going to pay half your mortgage payment every 14 days. Making a full payment every 28 days might not sound that different, but check out the math. 365 days divided by a payment every 28 days is 13 payments a year. And just like that, you've magically created an extra payment. Essentially, you're making a payment here and not letting the rest of the month go by. The clock restarts and you pick up an extra 4 days here, an extra 4 days here, and before you know it, you're already a week ahead on your next payment. It's a very easy thing to budget because most of us are paid every 2 weeks. Say your mortgage is $2,000. All you have to do is set it up so that $1,000 goes out each pay period instead of one lump sum. Every other Friday, make a payment like usual. Nothing out of the ordinary happens for a few months. But now, look at June. Payment falls not only on the 2nd and the 16th, but you also generate an extra half payment on the 30th. Everything continues like normal until the end of the year, when you make 3 half payments in December, for a total of 26 half payments, which is 13 full payments. We're about to go over how much time this method can save you. If you want to follow along with the spreadsheet, link in the description below. Here we have a standard 30-year mortgage. Loan is $500K at 6%, which puts the monthly payment right at $3,000. For the 14-day payment, divide this by 2, and the new payment is about $1,500. Scrolling down, we see you would have paid off your mortgage in 27.6 years. Using this one simple trick, you'd save 2.4 years. If you pretended you still had a mortgage and paid the $1,500 every 2 weeks for the next 2.4 years, you'd have an extra $86,000 cash compared to the 30-year mortgage where you'd have nothing left over. This adds up to significant savings, and the only thing you have to do is make a full payment every 28 days instead of every 30 or 31. The 14-day method generates extra payments automatically based on the calendar. Let's talk about how your balance changes if you pay additional money, either as a one-time contribution or every month. You might not realize it, but at the beginning of the loan, the vast majority of the payments are profit for the bank. Very little goes to knocking down your mortgage. Going back to our $500K mortgage at 6% with a monthly payment of $3,000. You might think since you owed $5,000, you paid $3,000, your balance would be $497,000. But look what actually happens. 6% annual interest equates to 0.5% per month, which means after the first month, the balance has accrued $2,500 worth of interest. In month 1, out of $3,000, your balance only went down $500, which means you only got credit for 16% of your payment. The other $2,500 went right into the bank's pocket. Here we see a graph of how much the monthly payments go toward knocking down the balance versus interest expense. It isn't until month 223 or 18.5 years later that more of your payment goes towards your balance than the interest expense. The interesting part is if you pay any additional money, you get 100% credit for it. So for example, say you got a tax refund of $1,000 in month one and applied it towards your balance. Before you knocked your balance down $498, but now your new balance is reduced a full $1,000. And that's not all. Scrolling down, we see in month 359, instead of paying $3,000, now you only owe $17.79, which means in the last month of the 30 years, you owe nothing. Notice that extra money paid has a compounding effect. That $1,000 will save you $4,977 over the life of the loan. Just think about that. It's like the extra payment in month one you got credit for 5 times over. But instead of paying the $1,000 in month one, what would happen if you made 20 years of monthly payments and then paid an extra $1,000 in the month after? Before in month one, the extra saved us almost $5,000 over the life of the loan. If you wait and pay an extra $1,000 20 years later, you save $810. Not as much, but it's still helpful. All that to say this, any extra payment is good, but the sooner you can make it, the better because of compounding interest. There are so many ways to come up with one-time sporadic payments. Last year I was decluttering and listed things I no longer needed on eBay. I had payouts of over $2,000. Do you ever get a bonus at work? Extra money for Christmas to your birthday? By all means, have fun, spend half of it. But how about you put the rest towards your debt? Those were one-time payments. There are also ways to reduce your monthly expenses. What if every month you went out for one less night of dinner and drinks? Or bought one less outfit? Make your own coffee or bring your lunch to work. Even if you only have $100 extra a month, that'd be worth $57,000 over the long term and you pay off your mortgage 2.5 years sooner. Play around with the spreadsheet. If a couple qualified for a $500K mortgage, they should be making at least $175K a year. If they really commit, it's not unreasonable to think they'd find an extra $500 or $1,000 a month to help them get out of debt. First one might not happen right away for you, but when I paid off my car years ago, I pretended like I still had a payment and transferred $400 a month. That was 5 or 6 years ago, and thank God my car is still running strong. But how often do you hear people running to the dealership as soon as the car is paid off? Some people are fortunate and get a 3% raise every year. Keep your same lifestyle and apply the difference to your loan. On the other hand, a penny saved is a penny earned. I recently switched car insurance, saving me $75 a month. Or when's the last time you logged into your bank account and scrolled through the last couple months of charges? I know I'm guilty of signing up for free trials and forgetting to cancel. I was paying Netflix $15 month after month without realizing it. Now, let's put all the pieces together and see how to combine the power of everything we've talked about so far. 14-day payments, sporadic windfalls, and increased monthly contributions to pay a 30-year mortgage in only 10 years. But before we do, let me know in the comments which of the 3 options or combination makes the most sense to you. All right, let's get the payment down to 10 years. We'll assume you get a 3% raise every year. Household income is $175K and your tax bracket is 35%. You make a half payment every 2 weeks. If you apply all of your rates to the mortgage and do nothing else, this would already save you $134,000 and take off 8.3 years. Let's say every year you get birthday money, a Christmas gift, and a tax refund, which adds up to $3,000, which you can apply. You've already saved 11 years and gone from a 30-year mortgage down to 19. $1,000 extra a month would save 17.5 years. $1,500 almost gets you there. $1,700 is right there. So if you apply an extra $1,730 a month, you can save almost $400,000 and pay off your mortgage 20 years quicker. Let me know if you have any questions about the spreadsheet in the comments below. On a side note, while it'll feel great to pay off your mortgage, you should only be thinking about it after you've paid off your credit cards and contributed 15% to retirement. It obviously doesn't make sense paying extra money towards your house when you're paying Visa 18% interest or not contributing to your IRA. I have a video coming up about budgeting versus investing, but if you'd like some personal feedback, post your situation in the comments below and I'll let you know my thoughts. Please make sure to subscribe so I know this type of content is helpful. One of the best ways to make extra money is from the stock market. If you have any interest in being an active trader, start with the video here, and I'll talk to you soon.